Well, I'd like to give you my feedback now about discussion board for the fourth week. Your discussions were pretty good and I enjoyed reading them, as well as how you built out comments of your classmates. And please don't forget to reply to a classmate. If you don't believe that some are really super, just look around in the discussion board. You'll see it. What do they say? You'll know it when you see it. Some of you responded to the first statement, I owe every job I've ever had because of networking. With me, that's not quite true. When I was in high school and college, I got a job cutting grass at the North First and Chevron oil station in Nashville, Tennessee, and pumping gas because our neighbor was the regional manager. But in the State Department, I kind of did that around the corner in that the supervisors I had at a cultural language center in Bangkok, Thailand, liked me and they promoted me within the organization. I knew absolutely no one in Shell Oil, but there I started a conversation via email by the hiring manager. And it turned out to be the right thing to do. For example, I asked whatever question it was, and he said, we'll drill down on that. And that's probably the first time I heard a really pure oil patch expression. Here at Fort Hays State University, I didn't know anybody before I applied. But once I applied, once I got the job, then I had champions through my network and could keep moving. Which reminds me, once in Shell Oil, I had a champion and he went off to Vegas, New Orleans to Vegas to gamble, and he came back and died 2 weeks later. Now, that conscious decision to stay in touch, I have not been good at that. Because of the COVID-19 pandemic and isolation, etc., I've actually begun to try to find people through Facebook and LinkedIn. And you know what? I found out that I was working with some of the most famous people during my time, and I didn't even know it. As for staying in touch with people, in my mind, it kind of relates to this. People out of another industry that are trying to help you. The example I can think of is through LinkedIn, where some guy contacted me and said, well, I'm in a different industry, but I thought you could give me some advice. And I did. And I've never thought of that last one